Oh yeah, that's right. Evan MMO. That's what they renamed their channel to. Yeah, that is right. Okay. Give Maui a bit more time here to get ready. We'll get the raid started. But yeah, so tomorrow I'm recording. Friday I'm recording. Saturday I'm recording. Sunday, probably no stream. Monday will be Persona 5 and Ghost of Tsushima. Then more coding for the rest of the week. Then the week after that, I think is the week that I'm going to be taking a break from streaming. Let me double check and be sure. There's Maui. Yeah, so next weekend will be, so the weekend of the 13th will be the 13th will be the last, probably the last stream, because we'll probably switch back to doing the stream on Sunday for that week. And actually, by then it'll probably be back to MST too. Arizona's got this weird thing where we flip off the daylight savings time thing, and we just switch between MST and PST. We don't change our actual time. So I'll probably be back to being an hour later by then. So I'll let you know the specific day. I'm not sure when it is. I think it's the second weekend, so I think it might be the 12th, potentially. I'll have to look it up. Let me just go check right now. 2022, when does... November 6th. Okay, so the Sunday then. So Monday will be... Or this Sunday. Monday will be starting more later. An hour earlier, I think. I think it's an hour later. No, it's an hour earlier. People will post later. Because we're moving closer to this. Yeah. So, let's go right now. If you like to cut that and get over there, be sure to follow. Appreciate it. Catch you guys tomorrow. Getting around probably 6:30 or 7 PST.
What? A raid? Be sure to follow LMP Games. I think Twitch has like a built-in system now for... I think Twitch has like a built-in shout-outs. Let me see if I can find it. It's pretty cool. Where is it? Where's the shout? There's like a new maybe it's a partner only thing. I think it might be only partners. Because I saw some people using it. Shout out. Where are you? I don't think there is anything. / shout out. Did that work? Shout out. Oh, there we go. I gotta make that thing built in. I gotta make it so that's built into my stream avatars. How long has that been around? Yeah, I turned it down. It's like that, you know, that electronic music. It starts off real quiet and gets loud. Not long. Yeah, I have to make it so when I do my stream avatars shout out, when I do this, it just automatically, you see how it like highlights your guy and brings him to the middle of the screen? I have to make it so when I do that, mid-October? Oh, so like 2 weeks. Yeah, I just kind of noticed it. Wow, he gets way bigger when I do that. I didn't realize how small he was. Maybe I should make my stream avatars bigger. Oh, I remember why I made it smaller, because they're like covering everything. Now if I do the shout out, you see how much bigger he fills up the whole screen now. Pokey's the only one who has an actual run animation. Which I should actually put in the game. Now with Dragon Bones I can add it. I'll probably do it someday soon. It's just that I'd have to go redo all the animations. I'm gonna add a couple more animations, because in my game there's like that. There's the... You know when you kill Mother, you get the cursed... whatever it is. Cursed necklace or whatever it's called. And if you use that, it turns you into like the curse class. But my original plan was to make it so that when you turn into that class, once you hit 50 again, you unlock a special ability for each character, and then you actually go back to your the class you were before. You know, but you know, first I'd want to like make all of the new abilities. That as it is right now, the game kind of breaks. It just switches you back to your base class. And well, now the way it is currently, if you're not already master class when you use the cursed gem, you actually become master class when you're done with it, but you don't get to keep you don't have master class stats. So your base class won't be up to level 50, which is like a major gimp if you use that gem right now. So it's okay. I more and more become familiar that only a small percentage of the people who play the game even play the in-game content, you know? People who give it like a good review and everything on Steam may not even ever kill Mother, you know? So that's kind of just something I gotta accept. And it's like more, I'm making those like in-game bosses more for me than I am for like the actual player of the game. I'm gonna add fishing too, man. I've been kind of messing around with it. Did I ever show you that? It's pretty ghetto right now. Let me show you the super early version. I might have broke it. It probably doesn't work anymore because I you know, like that there's a dog there. So this is like a fishing spot. I might change the way it looks. I'll fish for a bit. And you can cast. Oh, okay. So currently you can push it in any direction. What I was doing before is I was making it so that like you couldn't push left or right. You could only go like this way or back. And the idea will be, there's like fish around here somewhere. I don't know. I don't know if I saw. Oh, here it is. You see this little like white thing? I'll make this more pronounced later, but when you get it, it's like you gotta, and then that'll unlock like another mini game, where it'll be like a tap, like a button press, like at a certain timing type of game, you know? This was also gonna be like you can cast in different directions. Basically the math will be like, there'll be like a, this is still really rough, but I'll use like math to so when you push the button there'll be like a meter and you have to push it at the right time, and then that'll determine how far your cast is, right? So if you get it right in the middle, you'll get like a really far cast. And of course all the big fish are going to be like in the back. And this will actually be control, and the way this will work is it'll just factor in like, it'll just do a jump, and I'll just use like the Pythagorean theorem or the quadrilateral either way, basically I'll just make it so like based on the amount you cast, it'll have a math floor to a certain specific XY coordinate on the map, you know, by using like a combination of like the direction this is facing is a variable as it is right now, so it's 180 degrees. Well, it actually can do the full 360, but I'm going to remove that later. And you'll be able to like cast pretty far down, and so there'll be a mini game for the cat, like a little mini bar where you have to push at the right time to cast. And then that will cast in whatever direction. And then you'll be able to pull the pole back left and right. But you won't be able to pull it pure left or pure right or anything that's towards down. And you have to pull it past the fish. And some of the fish won't like bite it if it's like not, I don't know. Maybe I'll even add like a fishing skill, you know. I'm probably just going to make it so only one character in the game can fish. That way I just have to do one character animation for fishing frames, you know. Like I might make it so Coco is the only one who knows how to fish. But I don't know. I'll figure it out. That's definitely something that's going to come up probably around in the next month or so. Look at these cool birds. This water looks good, man, doesn't it? I think it looks super good. Oh, this is another thing I was messing around with. Making it so like certain when you go over certain areas, it'll cycle an animation, right? So if you look on the map, I think I did it so if it by like region labels. Yeah, so 20. I made an event somewhere, maybe here. Oh, that's the starting place. Maybe here? No, that's a fish. So if region ID equals 15, show animation. Oh, 20. So, and then it just cycles the wait animation. And I was gonna actually use that to make it like, if you go into certain regions, the game will be like, this is like a cloud will pop up next to you and be like, you can fish here. You know, push A or something like that. But this is just, you know, to test it. But I could just put up like a cloud, like make a quick cloud animation that is like right over the side of his head. Anyway, I'm gonna do some Code Academy. What's my login? I'm trying to actually be a real coder. Do you think I'll ever be a real coder? I'm gonna grab a drink. Be right back. What is my password? What is it? I can't get into my Code Academy. I give up. I like this. I didn't know you were still there, LMP. Thank you for hanging out that long. I assumed you had to get to resting. I've been actually sitting further away from my computer, and the desk is like here, right, where my hands are now. But there's like an under, you know, like one of those under desk like keyboard areas that's lower. And I found that if I use that regularly, because it's much lower, it's much easier on my forearms and like my tendons and stuff. Because I lift weights and stuff, and like recently my freaking having my arms like this all the time has really been destroying my forearm. But now that I've been putting it low again, it doesn't hurt so much. So that's cool, you know. But I have to sit further away from the screen, which is why I'm always wearing my glasses now. And you'll notice too, when I do my screen share, I zoom in quite a bit more. Then gets in. I give up. Yeah. I say that a lot. It's not so much, I think it's okay to say it. I think it's okay to say I give up. It's not okay to do it though. It's one of those things where I think it's better to lie. Gotta grab some stuff. Okay, laters. Thank you for the raid again. Right, I got a call. Hello, this is Joseph. Yeah. Hello, this is Joseph. Can I help you? Hello? I think it was the wrong number. They were listening to music really loud. Okay. Okay, repeating tasks manually. Before we write out our own loops, let's take a moment to develop an appreciation for loops. The best way to do that is by showing about your car warranty. That one, that call seemed more like it was like a kid, maybe like wanting to hang out with their friends. Yeah, lurk for real. No worries. I'll just keep talking. Before we write out our loops, let's take a moment to develop an appreciation for loops. The best way to do that is by showing you how cumbersome it would be if a repeated task required you to type out the same code every single time. Create a variable. That's how I do it. I just type out the same code every time because I'm really good at programming. Create the variable vacation spots and then assign it let vacation spots, and then assign it to an array of 3 strings. I think it's equal array, so 3 strings. Places I'd like to visit: New Zealand. Do I make them like new variables? Whatever, I'll just try it. New Zealand, Japan. Where else would I like to go? That's really it for me right now. Antarctica. I don't even know how to spell Antarctica. It's just Antarctica. Right? Spell Antarctica. That's Antarctica. Oh, they did say strings. Okay. I don't know how to read. Yeah, baby. Why is that not picking it up as a string? Why you do that? Oh, it's because it's New Zealand messed up. Okay. Oh, I took 2 days off of Code Academy. What a bad boy I've been. Next, console log for each vacation spot. Since we don't know the loop yet, we have the console edge each array element in the array separately. Okay, so I think you do console dot log. You do vacation spots like 1, something like this. Is that right? And then you do the same thing. Something like this. Oh, it's 0, 1, 2. Nice work. Now imagine that the vacation list has 100 places on it. Logging each, holy shit. Logging each array element to the console by hand would be a tedious task. In this next exercise, we will learn how to make things more efficient with loops. Loops. A loop is a programming tool that repeats a set of instructions until the specific condition called stopping condition is reached. As a programmer, you'll find that you rely on loops all the time. You'll hear the generic term iterate referring to loops. Iterate simply means to repeat. Iterate and iterate are synonymous. Iterate. Wow, so if I don't have to say, could you iterate that again? Could you iterate? That means reiterate and iterate are the same thing. I guess people say it more in programming though. Iterate simply means to repeat. When we need to reuse a task in our code, we often build the action in a function. Similarly, when we see that a process has to repeat multiple times in a row, we must write a loop. Loops allow us to create efficient code that automates processes to make scalable, manageable programs. As illustrated in the diagram, loops iterate for repeat an action until the specific condition is met. When the condition is met, the loop stops and the computer moves on the next part of the program. Repeating tasks manually. Before we write out our own loops, let's take a moment to develop an appreciation for loops. The best way to do that is by showing you how cumbersome it would be if a repeated required you to type out the same code every single time. For the loop. Instead of writing out the same code over and over, loops allow us to tell computers to repeat a given block of code on its own. One way to give computers these instructions is a for loop. The typical for loop includes an iterator variable that usually appears in all three expressions. The iterator variable is initialized, checked against the stopping condition, and assigned a new value on each loop iteration. Iterator variables can have any name, but it's best practice to use descriptive variable name. A for loop contains three expressions separated by semicolons. Inside the parentheses. An initialization starts the loop for an also be declared the iterator variable. Also be used to declare the iterator variable. A stopping condition is a condition that the iterator variable is evaluated against. If a condition evaluates to true, the code block will run. If it evaluates to false, the code block will stop. An iteration statement is used to update the iterator variable on each loop. The for loop syntax looks like this. For let counter equals 0. Counter is greater than 4. Counter plus plus. So basically that says the counter equals 0 until the counter is 4. And then every time he wants you to add 1. So this will actually read 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. See? Or 0, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, because it doesn't say equal to, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to 4. And the example, let's break down the example. The initialization is let counter equals 0, so the loop will start counting. The stopping condition is counter is greater than 4, meaning the loop will also run as long as the iterator variable counter is less than 4. The iteration statement is counter plus plus. This means after each loop the value of counter will increase by 1. For the first iteration, counter will equal 0. For the second iteration, counter will equal 1, and so on. The code block inside of the curly braces console.log/counter will execute until the condition evaluates to false. The condition will be false when the counter is greater than or equal to 4. The point that the condition becomes false is sometimes called the stop condition. This for loop makes it possible to write 0, 1, 2, and 3 programmatically. Okay, now make your own. Create a program that loops 5 to 10 logs and loops 5 to 10. Okay, so I'm gonna try to do it from memory. No, I can't. Whatever, just do it. For let Joe loop equal 5. Counter greater than or equal to 10. It would be less. Joe loop is until the Joe loop is greater than or equal to Joe loop plus plus. Console.log Joe loop. Oh, they just wanted it to go up to 11. The way I did it was right, though. They should have gave it to me, those jerks. The greater than or equal to 10 is better. Because they said they wanted it to go to 10, not past 10. Anyway, not past 10, stop at 11. They said they wanted to go to 10, not stop at 11. What if we want the for loop to log 3, 2, 1, and then 0? I mean, it's minus minus, idiots. We can make the loop run backwards. To run the backwards for loop, we must set the iterator variable to the highest desired value in the initialization. Okay, so we set it to the highest value. Set the stopping condition when the iterator is less than the desired amount. The iterator should decrease in intervals after each iteration. We'll practice by changing the for. Writing changing loops. There is a chance that our stopping condition isn't met and we get a dreaded infinite loop, which essentially stops our programming from running anything else. To exit out of the infinite loop, the infinite loop in an exercise, refresh the page, then fix the code. Make a for loop that loops backwards, printing 3 to 0. Okay. For let counter 2 equal 3, counter greater than or equal to 0, counter minus minus. Close it. Anyway, this is console.log counter 2. So they said to edit it? Spell it right. Right, counter. Man, my spelling is just like atrocious. Looping the arrays. The for loops are very handy for iterating over data structures. For example, we can use a for loop to perform the same operation on each element in an array. Arrays hold lists of data like customer names or product information. Imagine we owned a store and wanted to increase the price of every product in our catalog. That could be a lot of repeating code, but by using a for loop to iterate through the array, we could accomplish this task easily. Loop through each element in the array in a for loop should use the array's dot length. Oh, so we're looking for the length of the strings in the array, which is like how many letters they have. Check the example below to see for loops iterate on arrays. Let I equal 0. I is greater than animals.length. I++. So basically this is saying it's using animals.length to determine whether if there's even a value there. Because otherwise, if there's no value, then it won't print anything. Okay. In the loop above, we've named our iterator variable I. The variable naming convention you'll see in a lot of loops. when we use I to iterate through arrays, we can think of it as being shorthanded for the word index. Notice how our stopping condition checks that I is less than animals.length. Remember that the arrays are 0 indexed. The index of the last element of an array is equivalent to the length of the arrays minus 1. If we tried to access the element in an index of animals.length, we would have gone too far. With for loops, it's easier for us to work with elements in arrays. Right? A for loop that iterates through our vacation sports array. Just call it for let I equals 0, and then it's gonna have to set the I is greater than vacation spots dot. We'll add another one. I plus plus. So add the additional ones. Then we put in this console.log. Vacation spots. Gosh. Type, Joe. Type. Like you know how to type. Is this what they want? Oh, I spelled that way wrong. Did you log the sentence? Oh. I would love to visit nested loops. When you have a loop running inside another loop, we call that a nested loop. One use for a nested for loop is to compare the elements in two arrays. For each round of the outer for loop, the inner for loop will run completely. Let's look at an example of a nested for loop. For let I equals 0, I is greater than my array dot length, I plus plus. So within this, for let j plus plus, if my array I is exactly equal to your array j, console log both arrays have the number your array j. Let's think about what is happening in the nested loop in our example. For each element in the outer loop array, my array, the inner loop, will run in its entirety, comparing the current element from the outer array, my array I, to each element in the inner array, your array j. When it finds a match, it prints a string to the console. Now it's your turn to write a nested loop. To exit out of the infinite loop in this exercise, refresh the page, then fix the code on your loops. Imagine you're a big-wig programmer for a social media platform. You have been tasked with building a prototype for a mutual followers program. You'll need 2 arrays of friends from 2 mock users so that you can extract the names of the followers who exist in both lists. Make a variable called Bob's followers and set it equal to an array with 4 strings representing Bob's friends. Let Bob's followers equal... do they want strings? Did it say to make it into strings? I'm not going to make it into strings. John, Doug, Ben. Did they say 4? Ben and Jeff. Generic ass names. Wait, I did that wrong. Of course I did. I do everything wrong because I'm a bad programmer. Oh, more syntax issues. Of course. What is that? Oh, 4. There we go. That's it. No. I'm lost. Oh, 4 strings. It's supposed to be strings. My bad. The way it double. Make a variable called Bob's followers and set it equal to an array with 4 strings representing the names of Bob's friends. Oh shit. Wrong syntax, as always. Make a variable called Tina's followers. And set it equal to an array with 3 strings representing the names of Tina's friends. Make exactly 2 of these names. Okay. Let Tina's followers equal... I'm just going to copy this, so I don't have to type it twice. And what we're going to do is we're just going to change the first one to Jesse. Create a 3rd variable named mutual followers. Here we go. Let mutual followers empty. Wait, 3rd variable. Oh, just an empty array, I see. I see what you want. Not just empty, period. Okay. Create a nested loop that iterates Stay focused, Joe. Okay. Create a nested loop that iterates through Bob's followers as an array. I don't even know how to do this. Oh, you gotta nest it inside of each cell. For to be like for let I'll just call it B equal nothing. I guess I can do 0. Yeah, because then it'll just check if it has letters. I don't know how to do this. Dang, they kind of just ramped up pretty fast with this nested loop. And then it's shitty because their example is a number. So it's like, does that mean I still let I and j equal 0? I guess I can try it. Let I equal 0. I is greater than Bob's followers dot length plus plus. What do we do inside of this? For let j equal 0. J is greater than Tina's followers dot length j plus if Bob's followers I equal exactly Tina's followers j then Bob's, I guess you do Bob's followers I equals mutual followers. Right? Oh, I see. Wow, I got it right. If Bob's followers I equals Tina's followers J, Bob's followers I equals mutual followers, console log mutual followers. That's weird. Can I just use I again? I don't know. This isn't working though, even though it's like getting through the system. It's just giving me 4 blanks. Oh, whatever. It's letting me move on, so maybe that's what they want. I don't totally understand why they would want that, but the while loop. You're doing great. Thanks. We're going to teach you about a different type of loop. I feel a little bit underconfident with the nested loops. Like, I don't feel like I totally understand what was happening there. Like, it's weird that they would just want me to print 3 blank brackets. And that's right. You're doing great. The while loop, to start, let's convert the for loop into a while loop. Okay, so you set the loop here, let counter 2 equal 1. While counter 2 is good. Oh. This is easier to me. Like, this works more with my brain. Let's break down what is happening. The counter 2 variable is declared before the loop. Yep. We can access it while inside the while loop, since its goal is it's global in scope. Oh, that's the difference. So you wouldn't. So this is a global scope. Okay. While the condition evaluates to true, the block will continue to run. Once it evaluates to false, the loop will stop. Next, we'll have our loop code block, which prints counter 2 to the console increments counter 2. What would happen if we didn't increment counter 2 inside our block? If we didn't include this, counter 2 would always have its value 1. Oh yeah, because that's the plus plus. Increments. If we include this, counter 2 would always have its initial value 1. That would mean the testing condition counter 2 is greater than 4 would always evaluate to true, and our loop would never stop running. Remember, this is called an infinite loop, and it's something we always want to avoid. Infinite loops can take up all your computer's processing power, potentially freezing your computer. So you may be wondering, when you use a while loop, the syntax of while loop is ideal when we don't know in advance how many times the loop should run. Think of eating like a while loop. When you start taking bites, you don't know exactly the exact number you'll need to become full. Rather, you'll eat while you're hungry in situations, and we want the loop to execute an undermined number of items while the loops are the best choice. Below cards array, declare a variable current card with the let keyword, but don't assign it a value. Frick! I'm sick of this. I want to stop, but I gotta keep going because I'm a real man. I'm a grown up. Below the cards array, declare a variable current card with the let keyboard, but don't assign a value. Okay. Let current card run. Create a while loop. Let's go. Okay, so while while loop, if the condition checks the current card, does not. I mean, I know how to do this. I would do current card not equal. I don't like this song. Changing it. Current card. Current card equals cards. Loop is running, but you can't tell because it doesn't output anything. Let's add console log statement to the while block. Console.log current syntax. Current card my typing is getting better from all this coding because it requires so much more accuracy. Do while statements. In some cases, you want a piece of code to run at least once and then loop based on a specific condition after its initial run. This is where we do while. A do while statement says to do a task once and it keeps on doing it until a specified condition is no longer met. The syntax for a do while statement looks like this. Do that while that. It's interesting because learning kind of JavaScript through RPG Maker, this is not how Katacal would do this. They would do like an if statement, right? Here. And they would say if counter string equals 1 equals counter string plus I, then do this. And then it'd be like else add 1. I don't know. It just, they wouldn't do it like this. In this example, the code block makes changes to the count string variable by appending the string from the I variable to it. First, the code block after the do keyword is executed once, then the condition evaluated if the condition evaluates to true. The block will execute again. The looping stops when the condition evaluates to false. Note that the while and do while loops are different. Unlike the while loop, do while will run at least once whether or not the condition evaluates to true. Okay. So it always will go. We'd like a program to simulate part of the cake baking process. Depending on the recipe, a different number of cups of sugar required. Create a variable cups of sugar needed and assign it a number value of your choosing. Cups of sugar needed equals 1,000. It's a lot of, oh, I gotta declare it. You need 1,000 cups of sugar. This cake will kill you. Cups of sugar must be added to the batter one at a time. Ooh. Maybe I shouldn't have put 1,000. Whatever. I'm already committed, man. This is gonna freaking fill up all the console log print. The cups of sugar must be added to the batter one at a time. Declare the variable cups added and assign it to the value 0. Okay, so let cups added equals 0. We have a sweet tooth, so we want to add at least 1 cup of sugar to the batter even if the value of the cup of sugar needed is 0. So we say do Fuck. Cups of sugar needed is 0. Create a do while loop which increments cups added by 1 while cups added is less than cups of sugar needed. Oh my god, my legs are sore. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, I don't know how to do this. Let me look at the example up there. We have a sweet tooth, so we want to add at least 1 cup of sugar to the batter, even if the value of cup of sugar needed is 0. Create a do while loop which increments cups added by 1 while cups added is less than cups of sugar needed. In order to help us visualize the output of each iteration of the loop, add a console log which then do. So would you just do like cups of sugar, cups added, something like this? Something like that. Let me look at the example again. And then I'm going to add a cup of... Dude, that's wrong. They have to do the plus plus. That example is wrong. I'm going to try to do it the way they list it to see if it breaks. Console.log. Cups added. Plus. Cup was added. Okay, syntax a little funky here. Cups of sugar needed. I think it was, the syntax was wrong. Okay. Do. What the freaking man? Oh, I gotta close this. Because I'm a bad programmer. Console.log. Oh, I see another error. Well, that's pretty minor, actually. That's probably not gonna break it. Correct syntax for the do while statement. I am. Are you really not supposed to have that semicolon there? Was that real? Everything spelled correctly. Cups of sugar needed. Cups of sugar needed. Cups added. 0. Cups added. Plus plus. Everything looks right. Oh! Add while cups is less than cups of sugar needed. Okay. That worked. Right? I just am super curious if this will work too. It does. Wow, so you don't need the semicolon there. That is interesting. What the frick? How do they get away with this? The break keyword. Oh. Yeah, that's pretty simple. Basically break the loop if this happens. Okay. Okay. Let me just read it. Imagine we're looking to adopt a dog. We plan to go to the shelter every day for a year and then give up. But what if we meet our dream dog on day 65? We don't want to keep going to the shelter for the next 300 days just because our original plan was to go the whole year. In our code, when we want to stop a loop from continuing to execute even though the original stopping condition we wrote in our loop hasn't been met, we can stop it with a break. Yes, it's just like a return. Can you use a break in like you can use it in any conditional, right? Can you use breaks in functions? Allows programs to break out of the loop from within the loop's block. Let's check the syntax of a break keyword. For let I equal 0, I is greater than 99. A break specifically stops a loop. It doesn't work in functions. Also, hi, Code. Odd to see you up right now. Welcome in, brah. I noticed too, I can see what you're saying on my overlay, but it's not coming through my chat thing, which is interesting. I wonder why that is. A return ends a function by returning the value. So breaks can't be used in functions and returns can't be used in conditionals. Okay, cool. Well, I'm almost done with this. These things always kind of wear out my brain. Like, I feel like I need to take a mental break after I do one, but I guess that's what learning does. I'm not like Neo, where I can just keep absorbing the information super fast. But I'm almost done with this chapter, so this was like the loop chapter. It was really good. You know, for me, I think I have a huge advantage because I'm always fumbling through code all day, right? So I see all these loops and crap all over the place, and I just don't really know what they do and how they work. But because I'm used to seeing them, it's easier for me to remember this when I'm doing it, because it's like I've already been like fumbling around RPG Maker plugins quite a bit, so it just makes it so, okay, yeah, that's what that does. Like, I can think of specific places where I see loops used or loops that you helped me make, and it's like, yeah, now I get it a little bit more. You know, I kind of got it back then, but hearing it iterated in a way that is like, and learning all the key terms and stuff in this format, it's super helpful. Anyway, let's finish. Let's finish today's lesson. Let's check the syntax of a break keyword. For let I equals 0, I is less than 99. I is 1, 1. If I is greater than 2, break. Yeah, console log banana. Console log orange. You glad I didn't say banana? What the frick? Orange, you glad I broke out of the loop? Yes, I'm glad. Okay. Break statements can be specifically helpful when we're looping through large data structures. With breaks, we can add test conditions besides stopping conditions and exit the loop when they're met. Log each element from wrapper array in a for loop with the iterator I. So for holy I equals let's just do 0, I guess is what they want. They didn't tell me. I guess they just want me to do a random one. I get it. Oh, shoot. The let. Did you create a for loop that loops through wrapper array? Yes, I did. Mother trucker. I don't, maybe they don't want me to look at the length. No, they must. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. Oh, they want me to console log. I didn't see that. Wrapper array I. Okay. After the for loop, log the string. Console.log. If you don't know, oh, they want me to make that a string. If you don't know, now you know. That's a trick. So in order to have that, you'd have to use quotes, right? Oh, they say that. They did that intentionally to me. No, since there's a single quote character in our string, you can't use. We can use double quotes around. I didn't know that. Learn something every day. don't know, now you know. Note, since there's in our quote, yes, I did that. What's going on here? This is weird. It should work. Why isn't it working? Did you add the... Is it capitalized if? No. Oh. It was and if. And if you don't know. There you go. That's all it was. I just wrote the wrong thing down. Add a break inside the loop's block that breaks the loop if the element in the current index is notorious BIG. Where do they want the break? Wait, they say, and the break inside the loop's block that breaks. If wrapper array I equals notorious BIG break. Damn, first shot. Review. Okay, let's just go over this before I call it quits for my Code Academy for the evening. In this lesson, we learned how to write cleaner code with loops. Now you know. Loops perform repetitive actions, so we don't have to code that I gotta learn to read. Loops perform repetitive actions, so we don't have to code that process manually every time. How to write for loops with an iterator variable that increments and decrements. How to use for loop to iterate through an array. A nested for loop is the loop inside another loop. While loops allow for different types of stopping conditions are crucial for avoiding infinite loops. Do while loops run code at least once, only checking the stopping condition after the first execution. The break keyword allows programs to leave a loop during the execution of its block. Next, higher order functions. What is this? That's like a loop. Often unaware of the number of assumptions we can make when communicating in our native languages. If I told you to count to 3, we would expect that you say the numbers 1, 2, 3. We assumed you would know to start with 1 and end with 3. With programming, we need to be more explicit with our directions. The computer, here's how we might tell the computer count to 3. For let I equals 1, start with 1. And if it's less than 3, count up to the next one. Yeah. When we speak to other humans, we share vocabulary that provides quick ways to communicate complicated concepts When we say the word bake, it calls to mind a familiar subroutine: preheating the oven, putting something into the oven, and then a set amount of time, and finally removing it. This allows an abstract away a lot of the details and communicate the key concepts more concisely. Instead of listing those details, we can say we baked a cake and still impart all of the meaning to you. In this lesson, we'll learn how to use abstraction in programming by writing functions. In addition to allowing us to reuse our code, functions help to make clear, readable programs. If you encounter a count to 3 in a program, you might be able to quickly guess what the function does without having to stop and read the function's body. We're also going to learn about a way to add another level of abstraction in our programming: higher order functions. Higher order functions are functions that accept other functions in arguments and or return functions as output. Dude, this is RPG Maker all the way. This enables us to build abstractions on other abstractions, just like we hosted a birthday party is an abstraction that may build on the abstraction we made a cake. Okay, no more code for now. Okay. Stretch out a little. Get the blood flowing. All right. Okay. Yeah, feeling pretty old. Okay. Alrighty. So, we're gonna do some RPG makering. Wow, it's getting cold. It's like nights are getting nice and cool in Hawaii. How's everybody doing in the chat? In the chat there. I'm like hungry, man. Might go make some more food. Maybe put like a sausage in the oven or something. Should I? Should I make some sausage? Or some rice, maybe? The decisions in life, you know? What to do? Or should I just not eat so I don't get fat? That's another thing I can do. I've had enough calories. Like, I don't... For me, with food, it's like, you should eat when you need the food to do something. Like, some people are like, you should eat when you're hungry. And I'm like, well... I tend to think about it more like, is not eating gonna get in the way of your goals? You know what I mean? Like, because for me, if I don't eat, sometimes I'll like pitter out and I won't be able to do anything. That's a good litmus for when you should eat and when you shouldn't. That's a much better way to think about it than whether you're hungry or not. You shouldn't only eat because you're hungry. You should eat because it has a function, you know? It fulfills a need that aligns with your goals. Not just because you're hungry. That's how kids should think of it. Yeah, exactly, Roiku. I mean, I actually drank a lot of water. Morning for you. Yeah, it's still technically 9:45 for me. Kind of looking at my stuff. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. Like, I gotta submit to Android again. And I want to add a couple more of these. The full screen option is more something that I'm only going to use on desktop, so I don't have to worry about that. I mean, there's some more videos I want to make. So I have parallax mapping, no plugins. I want to make something explode. with Mog Hunter plugin. I also want to make a video about 2D side-scrolling platform template for it. Much of the coding is already done. I just need to add a shooting mechanic on it so the gameplay is at least on Super Mario 1 level. I mean, that's not that small of a project. I guess there's a lot of libraries you could just grab from if you want to reproduce Super Mario 1. I like platformers, but I like RPG platformers. You know, like kind of something like Adam Eunice is trying to do. Like I like those kind of games. Like an action RPG platformer, that's my stuff. I feel like the gameplay is more fun because, you know, like you fight a guy early on and it's like this real intense battle where you have to like move around and be careful. And then later you can just go through. I like the idea of going through and just like plowing through guys that used to be hard. It's very satisfying to me. And you see that in my game. That my game very much does that. It makes you feel like you come back and you're like, wow, I'll freaking kick these guys' asses now. I remember when they were so hard. Star object mushroom that makes you grow bigger. The template already comes with tile-based levels, jumping, collecting coins, jumping on top of moving enemies. What engine is it? Are you working with? Or is it just a from code engine? Game Maker? Oh yeah. Dude, Faxanadu is a great game, bro. When I was a kid, that was one of my favorite games. And I was actually thinking of that game. Like, when I think of like a platformer RPG, I was thinking of Fanadaxadu. Or Faxanadu, sorry. I don't know why I always called it Fanadaxadu. When I was a kid, I couldn't read yet, right? So you don't know how to read. So I always call it Fanadaxadu, which is a pretty cool name. Yeah, Faxanadu is good. I played it recently as well. I enjoyed it. I have that, I have this, Steam, like, it makes SNES games kind of 3D. Where is it? I'm definitely going to play Faxanadu on stream. I can take that update. The 3D Sin, this is the one. I bought this. It's like an emulator that like has patches for games to make them like more 3D. It's pretty cool. It also smooths out some of the animations for certain games too. You made me kind of want to play Faxanadu on it. Isn't this cool? Into a Game Maker application. I'm not sure if they use Game Maker for this, but I played quite a few games on it. Actually, like, I played some of the early Final Fantasies, and I gotta say, I like them better through this engine than the Pixel remaster. Even though the Pixel remaster has nice stuff, I don't know, it's just cool. See, look, I've definitely played. I got 60 hours on this app. Yeah. It works really well for SNES because it's so low res that you can kind of like just pretty easily, like SNES has a lot of, like the way the layers are, it kind of relates to it. Dragon Slayer 1 and 2. Are they like Faxanadu? Or... Let me look at it. Let me look it up. Is that NES or what? Oh, yeah. It's the same series. Dragon Slayer 2 is Xanadu. Interesting. So it's like way older though, dude. I think I played this game. This cover looks super familiar. Legacy of the Wizard. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely played this game when I was a kid. I remember this. I remember that fucking cat, dude. I kind of want to go get Xanadu. I'm going to do that. I'm going to play it. Don't download ROMs on stream. Yeah, I won't. I got lots of monitors. Hey, Code Red Games. We were just talking about a game I used to play when I was a kid. Now I want to try go download it real quick. What have you been up to, Code Red? What's new with you, man? What's new with the Code Rad? Oh, this is a Unity app. Oh, interesting. I wonder if Faxanity works on this emulator. There's a Unity remake. It's not a Unity remake. It's a Unity emulate. It's an emulator built with Unity. It's not working. It's not detecting it. Huh. Wait, cancel. So it has like set games that... I don't see any Faxanity. Got to start to work on for 30 minutes. There's a Unity. To watch Maui and make a game. Also drink coffee. Yeah. Been grinding lots of money to buy the expensive spells. Yeah, that game is a grind. I remember that. And it's crazy because you can die and then you're like, that's it. you don't get to like start over. Man, stuff was so hardcore back in the day. You don't even realize it as a kid because you didn't have other options. So they could really like they could make games hard, you know? So I think I can play it, but it doesn't work with the 3D thing. Hey Olivia, what's up? I've been on a long journey. I want to make it 3D, fricker. Dude, these tunes, bro. Listen. I don't think you can get it to work with the 3D functionality. I need a sword. I'm almost dead already. You push up, yeah. While I'm winding down for the night. Yeah, cool. This is the elf town of Eolus. Yeah, it is actually like tons of depth. Look at this dude. Key guy. This game has aged really well, don't you think? Huh, that's it. Start over. Negative thoughts, remember your mantra. So I guess to get to the castle I gotta jump over these things. Don't have negative thoughts, you're just bad at this game. Need a ring to open the door. Do you need a ring to open the door? Well is almost dry. Yeah, look at how much depth there is. Like, they really go hard on the shadows in this game. Like, look how dark it gets. And, like, look from a pixel art perspective, right? You see it as how... One thing that you do in pixel art a lot is you use shading to signify depth. So you see this front area? It's much more close, right? And it's much brighter. And then as you get further into the back, not only does it show the shadows that would exist naturally, but it signifies that it's further back with the darker colors. In real life, something that's dark isn't necessarily far away, but in pixel art, that's the way it works. It's funny because this walk cycle is just like 3 frames. It's also interesting because it starts off slower. Castle's 4 colors, yeah. Look at, like, do you see that? When you run, it starts slow and then it speeds up. Can you see it? And then if you run into the next zone, you get to keep your speed. Yeah, it has momentum speed. And the animation, yeah, the animation does change. I noticed that too. The frame rate increases. So it's slower, and then as you speed up, it goes faster. That is an interesting, like a stride. Like, that's such an interesting mechanic, which becomes huge. Like, when you're over here jumping over those guys. It's like Dark Souls, yeah. What do you do? I don't even remember. Is there a building I'm supposed to go in? Okay, this is all I'm gonna play. I'm gonna turn it off now. I just wanted to try it. Yeah, actually, the whole idea of getting a stride is very complex. You know, some games you'll play, like, that you played it as a kid, and you'll be like, wow, this is, like, there's not much to this. But just the mechanics of the physics in this game are, like, pretty intense. Jumping and equipment, yeah. That's really the challenge with RPGs, in my opinion, is the having a system for items and stats and stuff. That's what makes them hard. Close. I don't need to save. I guess I'll save it, whatever. Man, I'm getting tired. I should do something for my game before I go to sleep. Making my current school project closer to Alicia Dragoon, another very cool platformer RPG for Sega though. I remember that one too. Nobody's done a platformer MMORPG. You ever think about that? I mean, kind of. But I can't really think of like a good one. There's a couple like web browser-based style ones. There is? Like what? Send me the receipts. So what I added recently to I only make games for like max 5 players. Yeah, no, I'm just saying. It's like a genre that's relatively untapped. So I made it so now when you run, it's like you start off with a walk, right? And then with analog, if you go, like it changes the animation based on how fast you're going. It's pretty cool. You can actually walk on, this is a test map, so you can walk on water, but. So very cool. You can like, you caught a fish, okay. Like when you walk, and it's just pure analog, like it's not, it's all directions. You can walk at slight angles. But this code helped me with this, but I just added it so that you can switch to a stride. Pretty cool, huh? I wish I could explain to you how good it feels. Like it feels so good on your, from a controller standpoint. There's something I'm just curious about, so I'm gonna actually take a second to look at it. Galv has a zoom plugin. I might have it. Let me see if I do. Screen zoom. I'm actually gonna try use it real quick since I already have it in my game. I think think it might zoom in on text too, so that might be weird. But we'll see. I think it doesn't work with my camera plugin too. Actually, this looks like a script call. Hold on. I think it's a script call. How weird. Still running? Yeah, probably Maple Story. I didn't think of Maple Story. That sounds right. This will probably break the game, but... Looks like it doesn't work. Maybe it's a plugin command. It's possible. Weird looking plugin command. What the hell? on. Oh, I gotta put percent. Oh, scale 2. Maybe it is a script call. It's just 2, not. It looks more like a script call. It's a lot you're writing. It's crazy how many different types of nostalgia retro are. Retro there is gaming mentality. Like, I never relate to it when someone says they play old games for nostalgia feels or make games for that. I just genuinely think old games did many things with the technical limitations, and I prefer them for their simplicity and quick fun and mysterious exploration factor, no tutorials or hand-holding. I don't play that just because I liked it as a kid. There's more to it. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think with all the improvements we've made, we also have lost a thing or two. So it's kind of like interesting, you know? Why isn't this working? Like, I initially intended to make my game like similar to like a, you know, like a retro RPG. It kind of has accidentally become more and more modern. Nanny day dev? Non-day dev? Welcome. Let me give you a shout out. Freaking keyboard not working. Hi. So do this new shout out feature. I think it works. We'll see. That work? You guys see it? No, I don't think it worked. Hold on. Boomer. Oh, LMP, you're back. Look who's back. What are we doing? There's like a new shout out thing. I'm trying to use it on Nanny Dev. Nan Day Dev. There we go. Join us in following Nan Day Dev. I'll do it. You guys do it too. The nanny is sticking now. Oh wow, I gotta follow too. Everybody's getting some action. How many do I have now? Like 34? I'll probably hit 750 by this year, I think. That's pretty freaking exciting, man. Okay, so I was trying to use this Galv plugin. You don't follow you, your streams are boring. Welcome to the club. People come to my stream to like fall asleep because my voice just puts them right out, man. Unless I'm like freaking out because sometimes I get kind of raged. Hey, your streams aren't boring. Thanks, Olivia. People literally fell asleep in mine. I fall asleep in mine. It's one thing if other people fall asleep when you're streaming. I've fallen asleep in my own stream many times. Look at this super smooth analog movement. You see, you move it close, he walks, but then he runs when you move it all the way. It's amazing, and it's analog for mobile games. It's never been so yes, shake. Yeah, and the way it works too is if you stop pushing it, like this is for touchscreen, right? If you stop pushing it, it disappears. Pretty cool, and then when you push it, it pops up again. It's still a little buggy because like certain things don't work, but the mobile UI is not on in this map. I have to put it on manually. So if you push the menu button, oh weird. I don't know. In my game, you have to actually turn on the mobile thing, and it's not on in this map, and you know, that's fine. I don't really need it. I'm out. Catch everyone later. Thanks for the stream. Yeah, thanks for the raid earlier. Appreciate you. Thanks for helping me and with my code too, man. I need that. My game needs help with code, or else I die. Or else the game dies. I mean, I don't die. I'll be fine. But I need people, RPG Maker bros, or else my code will die. So I can't get this plugin to work. I don't know if it does work. I love the way it walks when you're like not moving that fast. It's freaking awesome. And then when you go fast, it like goes up. I don't think games are code or die like that. Yeah, you're right. I was being a bit dramatic. So this plugin kind of doesn't work. I think maybe there's a conflict. Oh yeah. Okay. MBS map zoom is probably the one that's conflicting with it. I just want to see what it looks like. I'm going to move this dog over to another map. Oh, the plugin's not on. Well, that would make a difference. Oh shoot, I still have a console log running. I just realized. I gotta turn that off real quick. Where are ya? Comment you out, boy. Gotta restart without that console log mess on there. Yeah, it don't work. I think it's a script call. Head to bed. Have fun. Yeah, good night. Thanks for dropping by. I appreciate you. Maybe it is a plugin command. I don't know. Do you know any books that are about environment, climate, biomes, and games? Not Minecraft book though. For my schoolwork, because my platformer project needs a snow world. Desert map and a regular map, all different gameplay mechanics affected by environment, so slower movement, harder jumps, winds blowing, tougher enemies, heat effects. No, I can't really think of anything like books. I mean, I can think of games that employ that type of stuff, but I don't know about books. Other games other than Minecraft? Hold on. Hold on. I just gotta do this before my brain drops it. I'm definitely going to use this. You see how it zoomed in? That's freaking great. Oh, this is awesome. Self switch. So I think it is the plugin command. Event page, self switch A. Turn self switch A off. Cool, my worry was that it wouldn't work with my UI, but it actually does. So I can use this for camera effects. I'm gonna have to rewrite it for sure. Why isn't it not working now? I broke it. Oh, I see. Oh, it was the script call. It wasn't the plugin command. What the hell? It was just plugin incompatibility. No worries about distracting me. I won't let myself get distracted beyond what I can do. Yeah, this is cool. I can use this effect in my game all the time. Why isn't he going back? Figure. Zoom 1, zoom 2, self switch off. Oh, right here. Self switch on. Self switch off. Okay. Actually, I think that's wrong. So I have to make this require. Oh, no, it's right. So before I was using a similar effect to this, but it wasn't like really scaling well because it was like, I don't know, the way it handled the pixel scaling, it was like kind of shitty. But this works really well. Like, this looks super good. It looks good until you get to the edge of the map, and then he'll go out of it. You see that? That was crazy. Why was the... Wait, I didn't realize cam messes up the combat thing. I didn't realize that it breaks the transitions. MBS map zoom does. That sucks. I use camera stuff in my game like crazy. This is awesome. I wonder what's incompatible with the plugin. Let me look, see if there's any errors. See if I can just change it real quick. No, there's no errors. It just won't do it. Okay, let's try I want to compare it to this one. It might work better now that I switched to Divi. So you see this? How much crappier this looks? It's like kind of rough looking. So I guess it's okay. It looks so much rougher. Sprite Zoom has like a better pixel perfect. I wonder why they're so different. Galb's plugin is so good. It's so much better than this one. Next to the pixelated block. If everything is consistently rough looking, it's good. It's probably more obvious for me on my screen with like out the resolution changes, but I mean it's not that bad. But the freaking it looks way better with the other one. It's probably because of the way the zoom works. Like this looks pretty rugged to me. Here, I'll show you the difference. If I pop this off, come back. Yeah, so this is with the MBS zoom. This is way cleaner. Something about it just it grabs all the when you double the size, None of the pixels are like broken. Like it's all exactly the same pixel for pixel ratio. And I don't know why. Or with the other one, let me look at the code. See how they both do it and how it's basically what's happening is the map one is hijacking like a function or something somewhere. So if I was to use both of them together, I would just have to alias it and just figure out how to make them both work. But this looks way better, and this is a functionality I want in my game. I want it to be, I want to have zooms and zoom outs. And zoom outs actually work okay. Here, watch, I'll show you. Like zoom outs work fine for some reason. I think because, maybe because like, you know, it doesn't have to be pixel perfect. So I'll turn the plugin back on. But zoom ins look crappy with the current camera plugin I'm using. See, like this looks fine, right? They're so tiny. But this, not so good. Ah! It's kind of funny. Actually, this looks okay. Interesting though, this is zoomed. Which is not to be expected. I think I can just use this. I think maybe it's smoother now with some of the additions I made. As long as I can see the individual pixels, I'm good with it. The UI is fine. The UI works fine. Menu works fine too. This used to not look good. I'm kind of confused why it looks so good. It's like kind of like what? Yeah. I think maybe when I updated it, like updated the rendering engine or something. Accidentally fix something? I do it all the time. Everything I do is accidental, so for better or for worse, it's pretty much how it goes. It's still a little bit weird on the... But like, look, they look pixel for pixel. They look good. So like now in its current context, this is like, you know, like 360p right now. So this is like a Super Nintendo level resolution. And if I zoom out, it's like 720p. But the menu's always going to be in 720p. All of this stuff, I'm gonna edit it so it's pixel art. Like I'm gonna freaking replace everything. But it's gonna be high res pixel art. It's gonna be 720p pixel art. So it's gonna be like, you can't really tell too much, but like in this screen, for example, this gold bar is 720. It's pixel art. Everything on it. The border, everything. Like these ones right here, these corners, they're anti-aliased, which I want to get rid of that. I want it to all be pixel art borders with hard lines, no anti-aliasing, just higher res. Higher res, pixel art, no anti-aliasing kind of look. And I want that to be consistent throughout the entire game for all UI. You can't really do it with the with some of the there's a place in the game where I remember it like making it look really bad, and this actually looks really good. I don't know what's going on. Let me go to that spot. See how it zooms in here? No, actually, yeah, this looks good. See how good it looks? One thing that's kind of weird about it is where the light is. But I don't know, it's just in this one part, so whatever. Dude, zoomed out here. So basically, when you zoom, it turns into like a more NES style look, right? You see how it's all close up? The light is fixed to a certain location on the screen or a hidden object that moves around with the view. The light is fixed at a certain location on screen or a hidden object that moves around with the view. The light moves with wherever the position of the character is. It's a little funky though on zooms, because the character screen, you notice, see how the light kind of fades to the left? I don't know exactly why it does that, but I'm okay with it in this instance. It's kind of like a one-time thing, and it kind of adds some like interesting texture to this part. It doesn't look broken, does it? Does it look broken to you? Oh, the light fade to the left. It's strange. Yeah, it's because the camera... The light is actually like an overlay picture. And the light, because it's a picture on top of the screen... Hey, Mercenary Mage. What's up? It doesn't look broken now. So like, because of where it's positioned on the screen, it's like doesn't line up. Because it stays the same size. Like if you look, like here for example, Mercenary Mage. Here, I gotta do the shout out like a good streamer. I follow Rage. Mercenary Mage. Is there like a... Is there a reason why it's called that? Did I get it right? I always get a little self-conscious about it. Follow Mercenary. He does a lot of unities. Mercer Major. Man, my walk to run thing, I love it so much. Yeah, it used to render really weird when I would make it zoom, and now it seems fine. Like the pixel... Well... Actually... Oh, thank you for the raid. I did give him a shout out. That's kind of like saying thank you. Thank you for the... Thank you so much for the raid, Mercenary Mage. Your support really helps my channel a lot. I love you all. Welcome to the stream. Shout out is just shouting. Oh wait, no, we're not reading anymore. I can't tell if it messed up my pixel art. I think it did. It didn't do it in the other map though. I don't know why. Is the size setting like wrong? Robotic text-to-speech? Yeah, for sure. Oh, it's because I'm doing it. I'm doing it 1.5. What the crap was I thinking? I gotta go the full 2.0, baby. I probably couldn't fit everything in the frame I wanted. That's why that looks like shiza. Ooh, now it's clean. Now it's clean 1-to-1 pixels. What a noob I was. That's the only reason why it didn't look good, is because I wasn't double sizing it. Like a real man. I was trying to do 1.5 zoom. Look how good this looks, bro. Look at him. Pixel for pixel. Look, if you just run, you're like already gone by the time you get there. Dude, the 2.0 looks, if you do a 1-for-1 pixel double, it looks really good. Doesn't it? It's like clean. I wonder if it makes a difference if I turn off the other plugin. Like maybe it's doing something to the main plugin that's like fixing it. Still looks pretty good. I can still... What are you doing? Raikou? I can't go back. I'm trying to speak with your mouth. Oh yeah, my robot. I had to turn off my robot mode. Apologies. Okay, so what I discovered just now is the zoom works really well. I just have to turn off, I just have to make it increments of, like, it looks really good. Oh, your true meaning is I'm awesome? Well, that's something I always don't mind hearing. I think so too. Game looks good. Yeah, it does. I think it looks really good. Jim. Yeah, it's getting better as time passes. Maybe one day if Familia Act 1 is like polished enough, I can actually raise some money to make Act 2. That's kind of the way I've been doing it. I've just been like making Act 1 better and better. And then eventually I can start. I mean, I kind of have some stuff for Act 2, but not a lot. I feel like I kind of just want to test. I might do that for like another 50 minutes on my phone. Where's my to-do list? For this cultural project? Yeah, maybe, huh? Good idea. Are any of these easy? No, I can't do that. Make game always in dash on mobile. Sure. Yeah, okay. I did that one. Switch knock knock noise. I did that. Assign full screen toggle to gamepad for Steam Deck. That's not really relevant for mobile. Oh, by the way, my game works on Steam Deck. I just had to add an in menu full screen option because, yeah. Oh, that's another thing. That's another video idea I had. RPG Maker. For Steam Deck. I'll tell people how to, I'll show them how to make their game get ready for Steam Deck. Yeah. Nobody's made an RPG Maker for Steam Deck. There's actually like 2 million of them out there. Did you know that? Yeah, they've shipped over 1 million units. And this is... When was this 1 million mark hit? I guess so. There's like a million of them out there. So it's not like so niche anymore. Like making sure that your Steam game works on Steam Deck is like important. As of October 5th, they've shipped more than 1 million units. I wouldn't be surprised if they were already up to 2 million. Isn't it? It's a Unix. But also make them on it. Yeah, Steam Deck is powerful. It is like you could probably use it as a mini PC, and it uses Windows, right? Unless I'm mistaken. You can use external keyboards and stuff, so you can pretty much run any app that you can. Because like you can attach any app to Steam. Like you can use Steam to be the loader for any app you want. A lot of people do Chrome so that they can do like screenshots of websites and stuff. So it's not. You could put RPG Maker or Game Dev or Photoshop in there pretty easily. I can't see why you wouldn't be able to use any app you want on a Steam Deck. And to be honest, that might be a viable like thing to do, because if you get like the $1,000 one, like it might be comparable in power to mini a laptop. You know what I mean? And you just hook it up to an external monitor and plug in a keyboard and a mouse. That's, you know. So I also keep stuff in Discord. I fixed the Xverse here. And then I thumbs up it when I fixed it. Fixed this one. This is a funny one. So this one has to be bigger. This is 60. It's set up correctly. Oh. Let's see. I use a different one here. I see why I missed it. Okay, that's fixed. I want to test the part. Oh, look, they're fixed. How the hell did that happen? Oh no, that's a ladder. That makes sense. It works fine on my game. Hey, Corpse Jack. So, now is the time to put my game on, update my game on my phone, and try to see if I can play through the whole damn thing. And then if that works without breaking, that'd be a miracle. But if that works, then I can my brain dead. My brain dieted on my brain. If that works, then I can submit it to Android again. Because Android has rejected it 3 times already, those frickers. At this rate, I'm not going to get it up on the Android store this year. This time, they rejected it for died brain, yeah, for sure. I'm tired. But I'm going to deploy this game now from mobile. And I'm going to play it on my phone on stream for a little bit. That's the next thing we're going to do. And whenever the game crashes to the point where I can't go any further, if it does, then we'll stop. I might stop before that, but we'll see how far we get. Let me check my plugins, because I have a different plugin set up. I don't use these plugins for mobile as of right now. Maybe in the future I'll edit them so that they work, but currently they don't work with my mobile device. Yeah, you're gonna go? Okay. Well, I'm gonna still stream for a while, at least another like hour probably. I'm not done yet. Anybody, don't leave me. Keep me in the double-digit viewer mark, please. Otherwise, I won't feel like I'm a real person. Oh, Holy cow, okay, let's plug this bullet in. Yeah. Raiku, one of these days you need to have a main project. You need to have a real main commercial project one of these days. Something you work on, you know, regularly. For the next half a year. Are you going to graduate in half a year? That's exciting. I've gone to work so much that it's delayed my school things by months. Completely missed one full course too. Oh, so you're saying you were going to graduate a month from now, but it's turned into... You know what I realized about school in retrospect? As much as I complained about it, it was actually pretty fun. You know what I mean? Like, one thing I liked about being in college is like women were so easy to impress. Nowadays, the kind of women I want, they're all like, I don't know, they're way harder to impress. It was like, they were much easier to impress. I think it's just because when you're young, you don't have to have accomplished as much to impress others. They're more impressed by like perceived potential. Now they're the opposite of impressed because all they see is squandered potential. I mean, I don't feel that way, but... Going with schoolgirls? Yeah, I don't know. Aren't you like older for somebody in school though? Like, are you in your 20s, Raiku? For some reason I just assumed you were a little older. I'm past 40. Yeah. So yeah, you're older than me. Brah. 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 Past 40, brah. I'm attaching my phone. Developer options. USB debugging on. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, now I open. Now I gotta deploy this monkey. There's a music school near my apartment where the youngest student is just a few months old. And the oldest is 80. Broadens things up a little bit, yeah. I don't think I'll ever go back to formal education unless it's in the form of being an educator. Okay, distributing. Now I gotta go find the file in my app. Let's do that. Android. My application. RPG assets. No. Only. We're gonna do it only because I'm doing an APK. Only. XRC main. Assets. Delete the old one. Documents. Output. Familia master. Okay. Remove the saves. And screenshots. Android Studio. Google Pixel is connected. You just hit play here. Now that will put it on my phone. So I gotta go pull up Air Server. Air Server. I gotta connect to my phone. There you are. Holy crap, how's it taking so long to install this game on my phone, dude? What's broken? Okay, there it goes. There it is. So it's going through the Wi-Fi, so it's a bit delayed, so sorry about that. Familia. I'll just continue from here. So I have to figure out where I put the buttons on the screen and when to take them off. That's going to be a big part because I changed the way the game works. So I have to go through and add the button on and off everywhere again. Turn the volume a little bit for you guys. Even though it kind of skips because it's going through Wi-Fi. It's streaming a stream. It's a little rugged when I do these diagonals. The sprite kind of jiggles weird. You see that? Sorry, it keeps turning on and off. I might turn off the music and just keep playing my pretzel rock music after this. Just because it's annoying for streaming. And I'm not worried. All the music works. So it's not really something I need to test. So last time I was testing, this part actually broke and I fixed it. Let's turn the music off. So, party. This is swipeable, which I just added. It's pretty cool. You can swipe left and right. So we'll go system, options. This I also just added. I made this bigger so it's easier to click with your finger. Turn the background music off. And then because I did that, I can turn back on my Pretzel Rocks music. Then it won't be as frustrating with the sound glitches from the Wi-Fi. I've been thinking I could teach Game Maker someday to kids or something, but many kids are better on Game Maker. It's okay if children are better than you at something, you can still teach it. It's not like you have to be the best to be the teacher. You don't have to be as good as the quarterback at throwing to be the coach, you know? This is interesting. You can go up here and then back down. That's a bug for sure. Screenshot that crap. I'll fix that tomorrow. You just have to make it so I can't go up there. See that? The diagonal looks really bad. I gotta figure that out. Oh shoot. Here's another bug. I can actually get around this one by plugging my controller in, but this is a huge deal because you can't exit stores without a controller, so that's a no-go. But I can plug my controller in to get around it. Mobile version of my game works for a control pad in many ways better than it does for touchscreen. You notice now that I'm playing with controller, the touchscreen options are not there anymore. Was obviously intentional, so that you can play with the controller and not have to worry about the UI clogging up the screen. I'm getting tired. I gotta go sleep soon. Oh, let's get past the Xbox. I'll call it a night. Why is it running so slow? Is it like overheating or something? My phone feels super hot. It's weird. I can do display FPS. I want to see the frames because then I can tell if it's like something else. Oh. This hall would be a good place to zoom in on. Oh, I'm so tired. Just gonna beat this guy and get to the next part. Use that spell. Okay, let's just go save it. Now that I got the cat. Saving like destroys the frame rate, huh? That is. You see how much the frame rate gets destroyed when you save? Okay, so I'm gonna find somebody to raid because I'm sleepy as a mother trucker. And game on mobile looks pretty much is working perfectly. I can add that one thing with the store not having an exit button. That's kind of a big deal, but that's really easy to fix. Like, let me just do that real quick before I forget. So you go to analog. And then for key button settings, gotta add back. And then we're gonna do Scenes shop? I don't remember. Take a look. Scene shop, okay. Just double check that it works real quick. I go into this test page. There's a shop right there. So. Wrong button. Freaking noob. At least I know that it's working. Hello. battle back here. There we go. Back button. Perfect. Okay, so now that that's fixed, okay. Now I gotta go see about raiding somebody. Bizmaster Studios, that's the one. All right, everybody, it's been a jolly good time. Got a lot of cool stuff done. Really, the main thing I have to do tomorrow is go through the whole game and remove the dialogue, remove the touchscreen controls from cutscenes. Yeah, that's really... There's two ways I can do that. I can hijack the existing plugin command and make that work with my other plugin. That's a little bit sketchier because I might not want that in every case. So I'm probably just going to go through and turn off, just go through the whole game, just map by map and try to catch it everywhere. And, you know, I'm not going to get it on the first shot, but I'm going to do as much as I can. And then, you know, as time passes, I'll kind of chip away at it. But that's the plan for tomorrow. To go through and chip away at all the plugin commands. So, yeah. Anyway, it's been a blast. I'll do that, and then I'll probably try and submit the game to Android again tomorrow. So hopefully it gets accepted this time. Talk to y'all later. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.